Markets are fearless. Nothing could possibly go wrong. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And of course, here we are after one day after the Iran sanctions were put back on, and one day after we pulled out of the nuclear deal, markets skyrocketed, the VIX got pounded, and of course there was no volume. So what does this all mean? Well, I think the couple things you have to look at here are very important. Number one, the 10-year notes got over 3%, and if they continue to stay over 3%, that could create some issues and some problems. The dollar remained strong, although sold off a little bit today. However, in the overall market, we would have to go from being bearish to neutral now as we start to break out of a consolidation pattern towards the upside. Now, just because the volume was light doesn't mean that, well, it doesn't matter. It matters because that's what the chart's saying. So it's a very cautious time right now in the markets, and there's no reason to be extra aggressive here, because when volatility gets thumped and we're back down into the 13s, that means that business is going to slow down. So volume's going to slow down, moving action is going to move down, the aggressiveness to a market is going to move down. So there's no reason to get too excited here. This is a great time to sit back on the sidelines and observe the market with a neutral stance, not putting yourself in jeopardy because you don't get the benefit when the markets are extremely quiet and lack volatility. So we're going to sit back and watch. In the meantime, both the Dow and the S&P did break out higher, and they are both breaking out of a consolidation range. The Russell remains strong, and the NASDAQ, of course, was strong again. You saw Apple and Amazon make records again. Again, I'm not a record guy. I could care less. But I think that's something just to keep an eye on. I think one of the big stories, though, Occidental Petroleum was up about 6% today on earnings. Now, again, that ties into oil. And when we look at oil, they continue to tell me how bullish oil is. And I keep looking at the chart, and I keep looking at the backwardation pattern, knowing the end result. And the economy is not booming. It is not growing gangbusters to create the demand for oil. There's plenty of oil. As we've said many times before, there's a 200-year supply of oil without affecting the environment here. And if we're still using oil 200 years from now, I think there's a bigger problem. This is more being driven by fear. This is more being driven by what's going on in the Mideast, Iran, OPEC, and everything else. It's all designed to try to help Saudi Arabia and their Aramco deal, which is a total bunch of crap. But that's what it is. And again, you can't necessarily fight it. If you're short oil like I am, it's very painful at the moment, but I'm going to stick with it for a little bit longer and see how it trades out. In the meantime, as I said, interest rates were rising, which is why the financials were so strong today, because interest rates are going up. 10-year over 3%, big number. If it holds there, it could create a problem, which would go back to what our black swan is. But again, we're not going to play it now because the chart suggests that we may be going up to the upside here. So we're going to sit here and watch. Gold was very, very iffy. I think gold's got to test 1280. I don't see a lot to get excited about here. I think it's going to head its way a little bit lower here. I think what you look at in the grain markets, the grains were very soft and very quiet. I've never seen volume quite this low. Now there's a report tomorrow, so maybe that will change. We're very, very bullish to grains. Would like to see a little bit of a pullback on the number so that we can see markets take off. And meats, hogs are stronger once again as we push towards the top end there and look to break out going into the 80s, 82 to 84. Cattle was a little bit weak, and there's a whole bunch of stories on the street and a lot of rumors about cattle. I think that the sell-offs are great. It's a great opportunity to step in and buy more and look for a rally higher. And Bitcoin was marginally higher, and I think one thing I found very interesting with Bitcoin making this big rally and marginally higher, Overstock.com got creamed today, which is a big holder of the cryptocurrencies, and Patrick Byrne a big believer. So it was kind of a weird situation. In the meantime, we like the cryptocurrencies. We like the grains, we like the meats, and we're going to be neutral, the equities. That's really what's going on. This is Bubba's Daily Update. Todd Bubba Horwitz, and of course, don't forget our high school investing program. If you'd like to help us out, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading, and that's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And also, don't forget to get to Bubba's Show every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. This is Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day. Thanks so much.